Welcome back to Carneades.org. Today we're going to be continuing with our series, Dumbfounding Definitions, Dizzying Distinctions, and Diabolical Doctrines, a series sorting through some of the jargon of philosophy. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at choices versus decisions. Now, most philosophers do not make a formal distinction between a choice and a decision. Generally, those words are used interchangeably, but some philosophers do. This video is going to very briefly describe what makes these two concepts similar and how they are distinguished from each other when they are used to mean different things. So, let's take a look. First off, the similarities. Choices and decisions both involve picking between more than one option. If you only have one option, you don't have a real choice, you don't have a real decision. They are not the kinds of things that can be true or false in the way that beliefs can be. Rather, they are things that one does. Additionally, they may bear a relationship to what an individual intends to do. So intention may have some impact on choices and decisions, depending on your view. Some philosophers hold that choices and decisions have both a mental component as well as a physical action. When I choose to go to the store, there is a mental component of me telling my body to take a particular action and a physical component of my body taking that action. This might be contrasted with my sleepwalking to the fridge to get a cake, which has a physical component but not a mental one, and therefore I didn't either choose or decide to go to the fridge and get cake. Rather, only the physical component was there. Other philosophers claim that the choice or decision is only the mental component that precedes the physical action, that the physical action itself is not required. You can make a choice in the mental sense without succeeding in it in the physical sense. So that's where we have the similarities. In terms of the differences, generally, decisions require a further deliberative mental process, while choices simply require a very basic mental process. For example, I can choose to eat oatmeal instead of cereal without thinking or deliberating on it, but I can't decide to eat oatmeal without thinking. Decisions require a thoughtful weighing of the pros and cons. They require a more mental process, while a choice doesn't. A choice is something that may require some minimal mental process of, yeah, I'll have oatmeal this morning, but doesn't require that, ooh, do I really want oatmeal? Do I want hot cereal or cold cereal? Do we have enough milk in the fridge? These kinds of things. A choice can be unthinking, whereas a decision requires the weighing of options. So you might choose to drive on a certain route to the store out of habit, but if you weigh the pros and cons of a given route, you're not merely choosing, you are deciding as well. Decisions and choices most commonly appear in philosophy when dealing with questions of rationality, what is rational to decide to do, or social choice. How do societies determine policies to implement or politicians to elect? Even here, we can see the subtle echoes of this distinction, since we usually talk about rational decisions, and therefore those are things that are clearly decided and deliberated on. You generally would think a rational decision is something that has some deliberation going on. But social choice procedures, because those social choice procedures are often voting methods where the final choice is determined not by deliberation and complete consensus, but rather by simply the counting of votes. So it's important to know that many philosophers will use these terms interchangeably. So you can see rational choice or social decisions, but more commonly you'll see rational decisions and social choice because of at least some philosophers are making this distinction. Individuals may decide who to vote for, but a society chooses who to elect. Societies are not the kinds of things with mental states, just systems of aggregating preferences of individuals. What do you think? Should we make a distinction between decisions and choices, or is this just semantics? Should they be identified only with the mental component, or with the physical one as well? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Watch this video and more here at Carneades.org, and stay skeptical.